And I got way too many feels, way too much emotion. I don't even know what's real. I don't need to get along with your best friend, even better with your family. I go.
What's up, friends, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a little get ready with me / my makeup routine. This was requested, so I was like, yo, I haven't done one of these in a while. Some things have changed, and here we are. So I will take you through this process and get your snacky poos. Hope you're enjoying quarantine, staying safe, sane, healthy. Let's go. All right, so I currently have you guys sitting on a tub of First Form protein. Say hi to yourselves right here in the mirror. I wanted to shoot into the mirror so you can see more of what I do. This is hard without a tripod, and I don't know. If we do more get ready with me's or makeup videos, we can move you around and we can try, but I think this is gonna work. So first things first is I just did my skincare routine, and I'm just gonna show you the brand. So I use Face Reality, but I am on a very specific regimen from my esthetician. I would highly recommend this. If you've been with me for a while, then you know I've been on a supreme skincare journey. I have really bad like hormonal acne that I just kind of continued to fuck up last year with prep. So with restoring my hormones and being on the skincare journey, my skin has gotten a lot better, but you're going to want someone to tell you exactly what you want from Face Reality. So yeah, if you're new here, hi, welcome, but this is what I use. If you want a full skincare routine, drop a comment below and I'm more than happy to do that for you, but this video is obviously just for makeup. Once I've done that, I take this beauty sponge and I do clean it and wash it every single day just with some hand soap here, and then I squeeze out all the water so he is, dare we say it, moist. And as we go along, I will show you all of the products that I'm using. So we're just gonna get rocking and rolling. First things first, we gotta put the hair up. And if you're wondering, my hair is like wavy when I don't do anything to it, but these are from like my hair being in a ballerina bun all night. So if you want your hair to come out with some nice looking curls / waves, just put it in a ballerina bun overnight. Also known as the Cardi Party Fun Bun. So we will just do that so it's out of the way. I do not use primer anymore. I used to think that would be a mortal sin, but my skin's actually fine without it. So the first thing that I do every day is take these tweezers and just clean up my brows. I do everything to my brows. I trim them, I shape them, I tweeze them. So if you want a video on that, let me know. It's quarantine, right? We have all the freaking time. Not really, I'm still busy, but I'm happy to make an eyebrow video for you. And with this whole genre of videos, aka beauty, I know that I do not make beauty videos, but that is how I got into YouTube. I watched shameless hours of makeup tutorials, and I always thought that I was gonna be like a makeup person on YouTube. So I feel like I have some skills, you know, people compliment my makeup. And yeah, there's my backstory on that. First thing I'm going to use is this NYX color correcting primer. It is orange, so this goes under your eyes to counteract the blueness of dark circles. And the brush that I'm using is just from e.l.f. It says contour brush. I don't know why it says that, but this is what I use. What I use for foundation is what I've been using since I think last summer, and it is this Fit Cover Australia powder foundation. Now listen, with my skin and my preference in makeup, I was like, I will never wear a powder foundation. It's garbage, it's stupid, because I like full coverage foundation. Yo, this stuff actually covers. You're gonna see when I apply it just how good it is. I am in the shade Toned, which is like pretty dark, but it matches my self tan. So we always want to match our self tan. And then it does come with this brush. They actually just released this new one that's more rounded, but it's basically just like a kabuki brush. And you're going to want to get the brush too if you do order Fit Cover, which, by the way, code Melissa saves you. But they have more than just foundations on their website. They have like moisturizing serums, and I think they have stuff, they have mascara, they have all kinds of different beauty products, but I just use the foundation because one, I like it, and two, it passed my skincare ingredient list. So I just get some in the lid and then apply it all over. So I don't know how much of a difference you can tell on camera, but it's the shit, basically. I just have a couple of hormonal guys down here, so I just put a little extra there. Make sure you drag it down your neck so you don't look crazy. And bam, that easy. The next thing that I use is Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I get the color Fair Beige. I honestly just buy whatever the lightest one is that they have, whatever's in stock. I had Amazon this one. There were a few days without it. It was a scary time. But just apply this with my sponge. The next thing I'm going to do is take this setting powder. It's from Revolution. I just ordered this off Amazon and it lasts a long freaking time, like months. And then we will set where we just put that concealer. And I just put it in the lid of like an old container and then dip my sponge in it and put it everywhere that I put concealer. And then I just kind of move into placing it everywhere else all over my face. Even though I don't really have like a liquid foundation to set, my skin gets very oily and I find that this helps. Next up is this Tarte bronzer. This is Park Avenue Princess. And I'm going to use this to bronze / contour. And I feel like instead of speeding this part up, I should talk you through it to tell you where all to put it. So you're going to want to put it up here. Some people, I learned, talked about like the 3 for your face, if that helps you remember where to put it. But I'm just in such a routine that I just remember. But I always start out by putting it up here on my like temples and around my hairline. And then in the contour spot on my cheeks. And you'll want it like in the hollow of your cheeks, not too high, not too low, right? And it's okay if you get messy here because we will blend it at the end. So if it looks crazy, that is okay. And then I always put some under here and drag it down. And I forgot to mention, this brush that I'm using has no labeling whatsoever. I've had it forever. I honestly think it was a gift, like in high school. Just like some very affordable brush set. Search Amazon, you can find a ton. But then I go in with this Real Techniques smaller brush to contour my nose. And if you've never contoured your nose before, just give it a whirl. Don't go too crazy because then you'll be looking all fucked up, but I drag it up toward my eyebrow and down the sides of my nose. A little bit under here, a little bit under here. That makes your lip look more pouty. This makes your nose look skinnier. When I go out, I really carve out my cheeks. So sometimes, if I'm feeling extra, I'll put a little bit there. You know, that's bronzer / contour. Now, the blush and highlight palette that I've been using for years, since this came out, is the Jaclyn Hill by Becca Cosmetics palette. So I just kind of go off what I'm feeling, but I'll use, right now I'm using this blush and this highlighter. I believe this is Prosecco Pop and this is Champagne Pop. I don't remember the names of these, but you can tell which ones I like. This one is clearly too pink. And the brush that I use is just this blush brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. e.l.f. is super affordable and you can find it at Target or online, I'm sure. And then for highlight, I use this brush. It is from BH Cosmetics. Again, I ordered like a shit ton of brushes years and years ago off like Amazon, you know, BH, found at Target, all that good stuff. So I have like a really stupid assortment, but it works for me. I also put a highlighter on my nose. Nothing crazy though, right? And then a little bit on my Cupid's bow, just to make it look a little more prominent, right? Because your girl does not have the plumpest of lips. Now to finish off the face, I just have this giant blending brush. Again, this is just like I ordered this pink set off Amazon like literally when I was in college. So just find a big fluffy brush and take that leftover setting powder that we used earlier and just go to town. And this is when you can blend everything we just did with the bronzer, blush, and highlight. Next up is brows. I always use a pencil from NYX. I really like this one. It is the Precision Brow Pencil. So one side has a spoolie, and then this side, I really like that tip. Hopefully you can see it. Where it's kind of wider, and you can turn it to be more precise. They have a skinnier pencil I used to use, but I honestly like this one better. So I just take a spoolie and brush those bad boys up. And then we just fill them in. And I'm sorry that this is not going to be like close up or anything like that, but again, if you want a full eyebrow video, like how I groom them and then maybe how I fill them, I can include that there. Brows are done. We are now going to move on to eyeshadow. This is the palette that I've been using. I have a shit ton of palettes, I'm not even gonna lie to you, but quarantine has me busting back into them. So right now, like the last week or so, I've been using the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and I'm just gonna show you now the colors and brushes that I'm using so I don't have to keep putting it up here, but I'm gonna be using, this will be like color number 1 right here. This will be color number 2. And then color number 3 will probably come down here. So I just pick like, I like to use neutral colors. So I just pick like a light, a medium, and a dark. Depending, like if I'm going out, I'm fucking around down here. I'm putting darker colors on my eyes. But it's a Sunday, it's a rest day, and I'm not gonna be doing anything too crazy. And then this is the color up here, like these two, that I'll be using for my eyelid and my brow bone. Now as far as brushes go, / eyeshadow, the key is, you need good brushes. They will do the work for you. I literally have 3 brushes that I use. I have a ton available to me that I don't even touch, which is kind of sad. I want to start playing with them. But literally since I was in college, this is what I have done. So you're going to want one like round fluffy brush, right? This is the E38 from Sigma Diffused Crease Brush. So that's brush number 1. Brush number 2 is more of a tapered fluffy brush. So this is going to give you a little bit more control, a little bit more precision to get into the crease. This one is from Morphe, and it is an M330. And then the last one you'll want is just a flat shader brush. This is just from that pink set that I got years and years ago from Amazon. So those are the 3 that I use. I promise you, get a round fluffy, get a tapered fluffy, and it will do the work for you. So I always start off with like those first colors I was talking about, just the light neutrals, and just kind of put that all over like so. I'm gonna try and talk to you through this part so it's not 1, awkward, and 2, I'm not speeding up the video because I feel like this is important to talk about. So then I'll go in with a little bit darker of a color and do the exact same thing. Another thing I've learned is that eyeshadow really is all about building it up and blending it. You can't just go straight in with your freaking smoky eye black and like the wrong brush. You're gonna be fucked. Alright, so I'm gonna do a little bit more. I feel like you probably can't even really tell that anything is going on on camera, but in person it is getting a little bit darker there. And like I said, I don't want to do anything too crazy because, you know, it's quarantine. We ain't going nowhere. But hey, all the video ideas here. If y'all want like a smoky, like my version of like a smoky eye, like we're going out, I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. I have a mirror on my desk in the office that I could get you guys closer and you could see actually what I'm doing. So if you want that, let me know. Just drop all your video requests below. Anyway, I'm going to take the tapered one now and go in with a little bit darker of a color and just be more precise, keeping that one in the crease. Imagine if we only had one eye to do makeup on. I feel like it would be a lot easier because then you wouldn't have to be, you know, making things symmetrical and whatnot. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do for that. Now I'm going to take the flat shader brush and grab one of those lighter colors and just paint that on my lid. Again, I'm not like super precise because why not just get a little messy and then clean it up at the end, you know? Unless you're working with like glitter glue and glitter or like a cut crease type of situation, then you should probably be careful. But you girl, I've honestly never even tried to do a cut crease. I've always wanted to, but I haven't. Okay, I'm gonna take that light color and put it on my brow bone. Give a little bit of highlight there. And dude, before quarantine, I wouldn't even do eyeshadow because I had lashes on. You can tell I don't have lashes on right now. So when I don't have lashes on, I like to do a little bit more with my eyeballs. But I'm putting that highlight in the inner corner, and then I like to kind of line my lower lash line and then connect it with the lid color there, just so it's nice and bright and we're awake and we're spunky. Okay? So sometimes it kind of gets in your eyeball. Just, you know, take it for what it is. Or close your eyes and go blind. I don't freaking know. So there's that. And then I just go back in with like that first round fluffy brush. First color I used. Just go back over everything. And we're good there. And I realized I lied to you about the eyeshadow. We have one more brush, one more step to do. So what I do is I use this little, I don't even know, it's from BH Cosmetics. I'm assuming it would be like an eyeliner brush, like if you were to like dip it in and like use gel eyeliner, but fuck that. But it's just a little tapered, like kind of flat brush. And I go in with like a very dark brown because there's not a black in this palette. And I just use the eyeshadow as eyeliner. So if you're like scared of liquid eyeliner or gel eyeliner or like black eyeliner, just use eyeshadow and a brush like this and place it along your lash line like where you would a regular eyeliner, and it just gives like a softer look. And if it's still too harsh, you can blend it out, you know. In my whole makeup life, I've always been obsessed with eyeliner. I don't know why. I feel like I look better with it. I just really love defining the eyeballs. So that's why I also do this second step. I do a little bit underneath, not the whole way, maybe like a third of my eye. Very subtle. Like, this can go bad very quickly. So don't be getting crazy with eyeshadow on your lower lash line. But if you do it just a little bit, if you apply a subtle amount, I think it can look really nice. Depending on like what kind of person you are. Like if you're an earthy bitch who wears minimal makeup, probably don't do that. But I just really like it. And sometimes I will take like a rounded pencil brush and like buff that out, like kind of just blend it out so it's not crazy. But that's usually when I'm doing like a going out eye and there's a lot going on. So I just leave that. Obviously the last thing we gotta do is lashes. So I just use this Clinique mascara. I am of the opinion that drugstore mascaras are the same thing as high-end mascaras. I've tried Better Than Sex. I've tried like all different ranges of mascaras and they all do the same fucking thing. So that was before I had lashes on, and I just used this on my bottom lashes, but now I'm using it everywhere because quarantine probs. So we're going to put this on first and we're going to put on false lashes. I'm going to try and give you some tipperoos there. But for this, I do the top of my lashes first. And this is what I used to do before I got lash extensions anyway. And then I'll do like the normal application, which I need an eyelash curler for my natural lashes because they have not been curled in months. But I don't know where that went. I thought I saw it during the move, but maybe I threw it away because I was like, haha, never need that again because I'm going to get lash extensions for the rest of my life. And then the coronavirus happened. Which, I'm not complaining. I understand that this is a serious issue. But it's crazy how much self-care matters / takes a hit when there's a pandemic. I'm just going to let this dry. I have a few extensions hanging on, so they're kind of wonky, But that's fine because we're gonna put strip lashes, these bad boys, on over them. And another pro tip is when your mascara is drying, and if you got it all over yourself because you're a savage, you can take a Q-tip. You want to let it dry first. Don't fuck with it when it's still wet or you're just going to make it worse. But you can just take a Q-tip and it comes right off. So I like pretty much always have to do that under my lashes because my lashes, my natural ones, are pretty long. So they always come back and touch my skin, which like cool. But we got to clean that up. Let me tell you about some lashes. The lash glue that I've always used for years and years is this Duo lash glue, and it is the brush-on type. You're gonna want the brush applicator, not the squeeze tube, because that shit gets messy, gets fucked up, and it'll just piss you off. So get the brush applicator. The lashes that I use are, I believe, Ardell Wispies. I've heard good things about Ardell Demi Wispies, so if you see either of those, just snag them up. I got mine at Ulta, and I use the same pair like before I got lash extensions. I would use them like over and over and over again. You can just peel the glue off after a few uses and that way it doesn't like build up and you're good to go. So before I start all this, I'm going to tell you, when I put a lash on, this is what has helped me the most. So I don't know how to like demonstrate this for you, but I'm just gonna tell you through the mirror. Think about bringing the lash like down and then on to your eyes instead of just like sitting it on there and like, oh, fucking around, and then it looks terrible, right? It's like up here or something. Think about bringing it down to your lashes, like right above them, like a millimeter above them, and then back onto your eyelid. I don't know if that's gonna help you or not, but that is what has helped me. That's how I get them so close to my lash line and how I got really good at them over the years. And honestly, it's just like everything else. It takes practice. I remember when I first started watching YouTube, like, makeup videos, I was like, there's no fucking way that I could ever apply false lashes. And I'm pretty sure I probably got really pissed off the first, 30 times I tried to do it. But you do get better over time. And once you start wearing them, the first time I wore false lashes was when I went to Vegas my senior year of college. Once you start, you don't go back. So just add this into your budget if you're thinking about starting. You want to let it dry for longer than you think, like 20 seconds at least. This one kind of starts to turn blue, like it's white when it comes out of the package and then it kind of starts to turn blue. Also, you're going to want tweezers to help yourself out here, but I use my fingers first and then I use the tweezers to adjust the corners. So I'll stick the middle and then the inner corner, the outer corner, and then just clamp them all together. So then I just grab different sections of the false lash and I just push it into my eyelid. Like, you should feel like the coldness of the glue touch your eyelid, like right next to your lash line. And when you feel that, just dig that sucker in, just push him right on back and he will stay put. So I just go back and forth, kind of clamping them together, like clamping the falsies against my natural lashes and just driving it back into my eyelid. So let it kind of do its thing and then you can kind of press them up so they come out and up instead of just like straight out of your eye. But yeah, that's how we do. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other one here. Okay, so that I'm not as good. He had a mishap yesterday and we had to reapply him once. So we're not really on speaking terms right now, but we made it work. Okay. The inner corner, I'm gonna be honest, when you see it up close, you're gonna be like, Melissa, that's not perfect. You could glue that down a little more. You're right. But right now we're working through some things. So yeah. Anyway, now if I was doing a get ready with me, I would put some dry shampoo in my hair because it's greasy, but here we are. So here's what we are working with. I don't know, what do you think? How's it look? I know this eyelash might be a little janky, but that's the problem with strip eyelashes, okay? I did my best to show you everything. I know it wasn't up close, but like I said, if you want me to do like a different get ready with me video or like a smoky eye or something, I can do it in my office where I think I can get you a little bit closer. So let me know on that. But otherwise, this is what I've been doing. Quarantine has me like playing with makeup again, so I do want to, you know, see what I can come up with, serve some looks, and just kind of play around because I have always loved makeup, like so much. But you know, life gets busy and you're like, I don't have time, which by the way, when I usually do this, before I had to do the lash extensions, I could get ready in like 10 minutes, like do all of that in 10 minutes. And I usually listen to a podcast when I'm getting ready. But now it takes me maybe like 15. And then obviously however long this video is because I was talking. But yeah, man, that's the look. So, yeah, just let me know your video requests. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, drop them below per usual. And as always, if you watched until now, I am taking all my good vibes. I'm sending them your way. If you could give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell before you leave, that would be dope. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
Oh,